What up, y'all? Somebody recently asked me for my routines, so here's how I'm going to do it. Now, I know I do a PPL split or a modified PPL split. I do chest and tries, back and bis, legs and shoulders. But for this video series in general, I'm going to do one body part at a time so I can spread it out, get more content in general, and just explain how I go over each set of muscles. First, we're starting out with the chest. I think I have a decent chest. I think chest is probably my most aesthetically wise, probably my best body part aesthetically, but strength, it's actually my weakest. Like, my chest is my weakest strength wise, but we're gonna go over how I helped that. Anyways, so on my chest and tricep days, we're just gonna do chest, but triceps is added. We'll do that. Let me know what body part you want next after chest, and we'll go from there. But for chest, I usually start with bench press, just because it's really easy to do. It's really simple and straightforward. It warms up my chest really good because it's getting all my stuff in. So what I usually do for bench is I do 135, 10 to 12 reps, just warm up. It's not anything to failure. I could do probably way more, but it's just warming up the chest, getting it to feel good before I go into any sort of heavy lift. Well, heavy to me, I guess. And then from there, I have a 5x5 program I've been following that's been helping me. So, just for reference, I PR every 3 to 4 weeks. That's when I PR on bench. I started doing that not too long ago, but 3 to 4 weeks I'll PR. So here's my bench program. I do 80% of my max for 5 reps. Then 90% of my max for 2 to 4 reps. Then back down to 80% for 5 reps. I know this is really complicated. Then 65% for 10 to 12 reps. And then up to 80 again. So it's 80, 90, 80, 65, 80. Anytime it's 80%, it's 5 reps, no matter how hard you're pushing. It's always 5 reps, and when that weight starts to feel really light or a decent bit light, then you PR again, and if you get the PR, you move up the weight, do the percentages of the PR you have. So, for example, I have 235. Trying to remember the math, it would be 188, I think is 80%, 5 reps, and then 210 is 90%, 2 to 4 reps, so on and so forth. You just do the math for the PR you have and do the reps as perceived. And when that weight starts to feel light, then you try to PR again. I do like to PR every 3 to 4 weeks just to make sure I get that weight up. Then, after bench press, it is on to an incline movement. Usually, I prefer to do incline Smith machine because it keeps me very stable and keeps all the stress on my upper chest and maybe just a little bit shoulders, but usually it's stable enough to where it keeps all the focus on my upper chest. So, usually, because we only have one Smith machine at my gym, it can be taken sometimes. So what an alternative would be incline dumbbell. It's a great alternative. Or incline barbell. Now, it's going to sound funny. I really don't like incline free barbell, because it feels very unstable, and my incline barbell at my gym is like really weird height-wise when I'm doing it. So I prefer to do Smith machine or dumbbell. Then, after we do some sort of incline movement, we go on to kind of another incline movement. So I don't know if y'all ever seen a hammer press machine, but a hammer press machine is kind of at a very, 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 very slight incline, and you're pressing up like this, back down. You've probably seen other bodybuilders do it. It's really great. I love it personally. And that is the first, those are 2 incline movements, and then from there, I will do one of 2 things. Either if I have to be really quick and I have a quick day and I don't have time, I will do pec deck, like this. Y'all know pec deck. Or I will do, and if I do have time, if I have extra time, I will do lower to higher flies, like this, and upper to lower flies. I only do both of those at the same time. If I don't have time to do both, then I just do pec deck. And to keep it really simple, for every single exercise except for bench, because it's programmed and whatnot, I do 2 to 3 sets to failure or beyond failure, or if I'm just really having a really tired day, 1 rep in reserve, maybe 2. But usually, every set is to failure. It's 2 to 3 sets. And if you have a buddy, my favorite type of failure to do, or past failure to do, is assist reps. When you hit the weight, can't hit anymore, and you have a friend or a gym bro help you move the weight up a little teeny tiny bit. It's just supposed to be a teeny tiny bit to where you can get it up, and then you keep going, and then once you both basically can't get up the weight, that's when you stop. And it's really good. I think assist reps are probably the best way to hit past or go past failure. And if you don't have a friend, you can do partials, where you hit failure on the maximum lockout rep. You can't get any more reps. You do partials until you can't do any more partials. And that is what I think is the best way to go past failure. That is my chest day. That is pretty much all my chest days. One more thing. I do dips as well. I usually do dips after hammer strength press. So incline and hammer strength press, then I go to dips. Then I do the pec deck and or flies. Sorry, I forgot to add that. A lot of people think dips are just for triceps. They're utterly and completely wrong. If you look at the best benchers in the world, they do dips. So there's tricep dips, where you keep your elbows completely locked by your side, and you try to have minimum lean. You can lean a little bit, but you try to have minimum lean. Then there's chest dips, where you have your arms locked by your side, elbows flared out a little bit, and you lean more in your dips. That will put a lot more stress on the chest and give you that big, juicy chest you want. Anyways, that is my chest day. Peace out.